Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I would like to go to the place that not many go. And what I mean by that is I want to present to you what, in my opinion, is going on and is taking place. Again, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone should use their own critical thinking. But I'm coming to this conclusion lately that there are people who have already established their opinion. It's almost like impossible. It's impossible to even present a different side of the story for them to question things. Why this conflict in Ukraine is still going on? What is the bigger plan? Is there a bigger plan? Is it really only about denazification, demilitarization, and all those reasons that have been stated? Is it about the West poking Russia? Or maybe, just maybe, all of those sides are united by the same Khazarian Jews who are pulling the strings? And I just said it because the longer I look into it, the more I'm coming across, I am really connecting the dots. So guys, let's look into it. Today's video, I will have a number of things to share with you. Before we go there, as always, thank you to my supporters who recently donated on PayPal, and that is to Joe, Anne, and Godelief. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys, and thank you for your emails. I receive quite a number of emails from you. Surprise, surprise, of people who are thinking similarly to me, and that means who are questioning things. What the heck is really going on? Well, let's take a look at it. Here is the first video. I have translated it because you're gonna hear it originally in Russian. There will be a translation in subtitles in Italian. So before I will play this video for you, maybe what we're gonna do, I am going to present to you once again, as I have showed you this before, the map of the Great Khazaria. All right. So while you are watching the map, and I will be reading so you don't get bored with just my image, and then we go to the video. So just focus on this, and then we're gonna play the video. The person in this video will be saying this: I was telling you 20 years ago it will be the New Jerusalem, not in Jerusalem, but in the south of Ukraine. What surprises you? And it was all decided a long time ago. And we still knew all of it in the 90s. And it made you laugh. But now it's not funny at all. I told you that Khazaria will return. Everything is coming back there. He's pointing to that kind of map, original. Everything is going according to the plan, only you don't read anything and you don't understand anything. There will no longer be Ukraine as we knew it today. It will be divided, and its name and colors will change. And in the south, there will be a special zone. There will be a new Jerusalem. It's not a fantasy. You'll see people from Tel Aviv, New York, and Berlin arriving there. Mind you, it's already happening. My side note here. With entire families carrying suitcases. Because in Israel, it's going to be hot. He meant it will be turmoil, war will be hot. You think I am making all this up, but no. Igor Berkut, I'm gonna show you this guy, controversial, but they always tell you everything in advance. But no, Igor Berkut has been telling you the same things for a long time. He explained it all to you perfectly. Every point. Whoever lives there will provide security. What armed forces will be there? The flag, the capital, everything is already written. And believe me, he is not one to fantasize. He is an analyst. So let's now take a listen and look at this video. You've seen enough of this map already. Let me take you there. I will mute myself now. Hopefully the video plays smoothly.
Я вам еще 20 лет назад говорил, будет там Новый Иерусалим. Будет не в Иерусалиме, а на юге Украины. То вы удивляетесь? Это все давно решено. Это все было известно еще в 90-х. Просто вы смеялись. А теперь не смешно. Я же вам говорил, Хазария вернется, все туда возвращается. Все идет по плану, только вы ничего не читаете, ничего не понимаете. Никакой Украины не будет в прежнем виде. Ее поделят, переименуют, перекрасят. А на юге будет особая зона. Там будет Новый Иерусалим. И не надо мне тут глазки строить. Это не фантазии. Вы еще увидите, как туда начнут ехать. Из Тель-Авива, из Нью-Йорка, из Берлина. С чемоданами, с семьями. Потому что в Израиле будет жарко. А вы думаете, это я придумал? Да нет, это уже Игор Беркут вам говорит. Он там все по пунктам разложил. Кто будет жить, кто будет охранять, какая будет армия, флаг, столица. Все уже расписано. И поверьте, он не фантазер, он аналитик.
So you would say, okay, but it looks like this is not true. Well, if the same Chabad, exactly the same Chabad Lubavitch, exactly the same Chabad Lubavitch is both, let me just find it, on the side of Ukraine as it is on the side of Russia, what else do we need to know? First Jewish president of Ukraine holds historic meeting with rabbis. We know Zelensky is a gay and he's Jewish. I mean, can you be gay Jewish? I guess you can, but here we go. And of course, I've showed you many times before. I can do it again. I've showed you so many videos. Putin is the most pro-Jewish president, and he has Chabad Lubavitch very close to him. I've showed you this so many times. So what difference does it make, as Hillary or Hillary Clinton would say? What difference does it really make? Well, it does make a difference because people are dying, right? And then those so-called leaders are playing humanity. This is the craziest scheme of all schemes that I actually, besides the Shmovit, right? Besides the Shmovit, that, by the way, Russia also participated in it. And if you are going to tell me that Putin was creating a better vaccine, please do your own research, okay? Please do your own research. He was complying with WHO mandates exactly how other countries were complying. So he still bought to the same BS story, which means they are all in this together, everyone. So now that person was mentioned, and we're gonna go to this person, this Igor Berkut, I think it's his name. So let's look into him. Who is this guy? First, we're gonna go to YouTube video, then we're gonna go to Rumble. But before, just quickly from always lying Wikipedia, but sometimes it tells the truth. He is the leader of the Greater Ukraine Political Party that was founded in September 2006. His name is Igor Berkut, I think you say, or Berkut. And as Wikipedia, which you cannot rely on, but I'm just giving you a little bit info here, it is described as an anti-system left-wing group that approves of pro-Russian separation in Ukraine. Allegedly, he has a Russian passport. Whatever the story, he is saying many things. And for example, in one of the videos, that have been circulating a long time already, but I didn't know about this guy because I didn't bother with any of this before. And now I do, because the level of lies and manipulation is like another layer of the croissant pastry. So here is this guy, here is the map. You see the map right here. This is map of heavenly Jerusalem, state of Israel, and the Middle East. So what I'm going to do, I will mute him and I will be reading you what he's saying. First and foremost here, before we start with the video, he is holding in his hand an article from Ukraińska Prawda. So in that article, someone wrote the story about this plan of heavenly Jerusalem, this Jerusalem 2.0. So let's play it. You're not going to hear him speaking Ukrainian or Russian, but I will attach the link down below as I do under all of my videos, and you can listen later on. So he's saying this. So find the cover on Ukrainian Truth, where it is said that in the next few years, we will either build a new state of Israel on the territory of Ukraine, Israel 2.0 it is called, or Ukraine will disappear as a state. I completely agree with the author, Mikhail Minsky, but given that I have been working on this problem much more painfully, he said, with OBV and other politicians, I want to say that Mikhail Dubinsky, the author of this article, has avoided the question. He proposes building Israel on the site of the entire country, which I consider politically illiterate and a big political mistake, because the new Israel 2.0 should be built on the site of heavenly Jerusalem instead of the 5 southern regions of Ukraine. So he's hinting to the original Khazaria, but the fact that newspaper publishes a program article, so in that article you actually have this entire program, New Jerusalem 2.0, with which, according to the text rarely published by this lady, this suggests that our year and a half of work to promote the heavenly Jerusalem project have not been in vain. So it was becoming official because they already were writing articles. This video is, I think, from about 3 years ago. That is everything I say about events in the just 4 days. So you could see the map here. Now let me take you to a quick summary of what this guy Igor was talking about. So this is the breakout, the plan. This is an excerpt from this article, and this is what he is planning. Well, not he, you know who. Khazarian Jews, right? The Shabbat Lubavitch, everybody. Heavenly Jerusalem, also New Jerusalem, Israel 2.0, New Israel, is a project whose goal is to form a Jewish state within Ukraine on the territories of its 5 southern regions: Odessa, Dniepropetrovsk, Zaporozhye, Kherson, and Mykolaiv. So now, when you are analyzing any military move, please, just please, consider that there is a different plan behind it. All right, let's continue. The project is long-term. Here the dates, everyone. Its terms are determined by the Board of Benefactors. The time is described until 2049 and even after 2060. So yeah, now you have an idea how the people with luggage, suitcases, chemadon will be moving. Many chemadons moving. Project description. According to Igor Berkut, the author of the idea, and the executive director of the project, the next 5 years is destruction and fragmentation after 19, and the next, so 2019, and the next 5 years after 2024 is reformating. 2029 is the first step for new Israel. Mark it in your calendars, everyone, because this is going to happen. I have no doubt. So by the end of 2029, about 5 million Jews are expected to arrive in the new motherland for the construction of New Jerusalem. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has already discussed the organization of the resettlement and settlement of Jews, as well as possible economic and political assistance in the implementation of the project with the current Prime Minister of Ukraine. So this is an older article because, you know, this project has been in the making for at least 20 years, okay? Groisman, Prime Minister of the Russian Federation, Dmitry Medvedev, who we know, likes to visit the wall. Senior advisor to US President Donald Trump, and a member of the influential Jewish organization Chabad Lubavitch, Jared Kushner. So this was during Trump's first administration. So why I am giving all of this to you? Because the same Jews connect them all, absolutely without shadow of the doubt, 100%. And this is the project. That's why, in my opinion, this war is not ending sooner, because there has to be execution of this exact plan. Enough people have to be sacrificed, enough people have to be harvested, enough people have to be misplaced. They have to be removed so their land could be open, released for the newcomers. I've mentioned this before, newcomers or old comers returning to their Khazarian land. That's what's going on. But I have one more video to show you. So don't expect that there will be peace anytime soon, because they want to make sure, you know, that everything is good. And when you see that people are moving with suitcases more and more, they already have started. That means that they are coming to, they are fulfilling, all right? They are fulfilling a big part of the region where they can go, and they are settling there, okay? The first settlers. And then some of the Jewish people that escaped will go back again, and they will settle there. And then they will agree, pretending as if they are the opponents. This is all fake, absolutely. You know, I really didn't know about it. I really didn't know any of it. And now when I see this really makes sense. Why Chabad Lubavitch has so many locations in Russia, so many locations in Ukraine. Please don't tell me this is not connected. It's all connected. In United States, everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. So let's go back to this guy because he has more to say. And I'm going to show you another video. This is from Rumble. But I'm thinking maybe I can just play a part of it and attach the link down below, because this is with subtitles. So let me mute myself, guys.
The real reason you're stiff after sitting.
You can live a very long time without.
Watch what apples do to our body.
Trail mix.
First ingredient, peanuts. One of the worst. It's not a nut at all.
Давайте все-таки вернемся к Украине. И здесь крайне любопытно, почему именно эта территория была выбрана еврейским народом для нового Иерусалима.
Но прежде всего так сложилось исторически. Как вы помните, именно на этой территории 400 лет существовало.
So I'm going to read it to you. I think it will be easier for most of you, even though it's hard with Rumble because it closes and stops and does those things. So the journalist asked him why that region, and he says it's important because the great Khazarian land, state existed there.
Существовал
For 400 years, and the Jewish state existed on those lands for, what was it, 400 years, he said? Yeah. From 1924 to 1944, the Soviet government considered the issue of creating, I'm sorry, it goes too fast, it's really hard to, creating a Jewish Soviet Republic in Crimea that is nearby. And as you know, only the conflict between the newly formed Israel and the USSR put an end to this project. So everything went to the fact that there would be Jewish autonomy or Jewish Soviet in Crimea is the first, second, this is a military. One moment, guys. It's hard because I'm reading for you. Jewish Soviet in Crimea, which republic is the first, second, this is a military reason. We all know that Israel is constantly threatened by military danger from neighboring countries. Today, they have a population of more than 10 times higher than the population of Israel. Moreover, over time, it is possible that their military power will grow not only as a human potential, but also technically. Therefore, if another territory exists, separately or not, anyway, he is explaining in this video, and I will attach the link down below as well, why because the Khazaria is there, so like they are returning to that place. He's also addressing the question from the journalist, but what if Trump will not like it? And he's almost like sarcastically saying those things, mentioning names, including Putin, including Medvedev, including Angela Merkel, pretty much everyone who is in this so Jewish influence, everyone who goes to the wall. Hey, let's just put it this way. It's common sense. It's common sense. It doesn't matter what they tell you. If they go to the Orthodox Church and they, you know, kiss and 3 times they make a sign of cross and they kiss the icon, you still go to the freaking wall. So don't tell me that you're any different than those who go. You are the same. You have a rabbi designated for your country to make sure that your country is operating in a way that it should. Otherwise, not good. Maybe some curses and maybe some bad luck and maybe some repercussions and punishment, because none of the people who are in power is put there just because they won the election. I don't believe it at all, and I will not believe it anymore. It's all staged, and we are being played like there is no tomorrow. So now let's look at another very interesting fact. There is one more Israel in the world. Do you know where? In India, everyone, from all the places. Sorry, guys, I get so aggravated with all of this that I literally mixed all the videos. My fault, but that's happened. That happens. So let's go to Israel and India. Let's take a trip.
A tiny Himalayan village is overrun by Israeli backpackers, many reservists visiting after completing military service in Gaza, seeking fun, parties, and a little escape from reality. Hebrew signs, Tel Aviv-style cafes, drugs, and wild parties dominate the valley. They stick together, rarely mix with locals, and some cafes reportedly turn away Indian visitors, leaving locals sidelined, raising questions about culture, inclusion, and who really owns this Himalayan paradise. Kasol is beautiful, adventurous, and controversial. A tiny Himalayan town transformed by foreign culture. What do you think about this?
So what do you think about this? I didn't mute myself, so you had echo. Sorry for that. Mazel tov, another Israel. How nice. So to finally close this video, I think I really get kind of like frustrated with all this bullshit that they have been feeding us with. You know, all this for the country, for the land, for the freedom. Za pobiedu, everybody. Is it Za pobiedu or is it Zion victory now? I don't know. Who knows? You might think, no, I lost it. I don't think, actually, guys, I don't think I lost it. Just to calm down for a moment, I think something has happened and stopped me from moving there, because if I would move to Russia, that is absolutely beautiful, and people are great, they have been brainwashed too. Now I see it. We all have been brainwashed. If I would move there and I would discover how this is all connected, how this Chabad is running things, how they are influencing all those leaders, I would absolutely be depressed, because it's a big move. I will address my Russia move in another video with more personal sharing, but coming to those realizations, it really does not take much. You just have to do a little bit research. Of course, things are hidden because they don't want you to know certain things, but you keep on diving and you keep on searching and you keep on asking, and then something clicks and you see this one meets with this one and this one speaks about this one and the offices and officially on the website. And, you know, Lazar, who is the rabbi in Russia, you know, very, very important person for Putin, and all is good. And don't tell me that this is just because Putin is so open to all the cultures. No. This is the bigger plan, and they are executing this from every side, from Washington side, from Brussels, from City of London, from Kremlin, from everywhere. And I forgot, from Tel Aviv. So let's end the video with this short clip that summarizes what's going on, but in a reference to World War II and afterwards.
There was never any war between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was created by those at the top to fund the New World Order and the New World Order's police force. At the highest levels of all countries, they all belong to the same club. And we, the people, sit back and we watch this grand drama, which is being played out for our benefit, not theirs. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't even have to do any of this. But you see, they just can't come out and destroy all of us because they need slaves. They need people to make their shoes and make their cars and mine the ore. They need worker bees, and that's what we are. In the New World Order, we will be the worker bees, the slaves. Most people are no better than animals who do not have intelligence because they don't use their intelligence. And to these men who control things behind the scenes, you are stakes on the table by choice and consent, and will always be ruled and manipulated and enslaved by people who do use their brains. From the beginning, there was never any war between the United States and the Soviet Union. It was created by those at the top to fund the New World Order. And
so stop being manipulated. My advice to you, of course, free will is a thing. use your brain, because you still have one if you are here, without the chip, I hope. And stop buying this or that agenda. I'm not saying you stop like you. No, I will just advise you. I advise you not to do it. Unless you want to do it, so you will experience this or you experience that. But where is true liberation really? The truth will set you free. So what is this truth? What is the truth? Some people say, oh no, yeah, it's what happened to you, Anya. You were like this, you were like that. You know what? Something was urging within me to ask more questions. Something was not making sense anymore. And I couldn't say what it was. I just couldn't say why I don't understand why this war is still going on. There must be a reason behind it. So now I know a little bit more. I hope you do too. The links will be attached down below in the description box. Of course, free will is a thing. You choose to believe in whatever you believe. Make sure it's your belief. And if you are not sure, then do your own research. Once you put work into something, you will approach any topic differently, because it's not delivered to you from someone, but it's you, your own time, your energy, your own focus, and it is draining to sit and look for things and to discover it and to have this often dream, an idea that there is a better place, that there is this ideal, maybe not ideal, but close to land or government or system, and that is the escape, that is the refuge. To come to this realization that is all an illusion. So truly, the kingdom is within you, everyone. The links are down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. If you still appreciate the content, you can hit thumbs up and subscribe. Leave the comments down below and let me know. And with this being said, if you choose to support my work, the best way is to become my Patreon supporter or local supporter, or donate on PayPal. You can follow me on Instagram as well. It's AniaK_44. Link is down below the video. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Bye, guys.